As long as there are cars on this earth, the debate around the best cheap-ish fast car will rage. By offering so much to so many enthusiasts, they mean an awful lot to those people, and as such the discussion is typically very passionate. Oh sure, it's nice to weigh up Ferrari against McLaren, but at a tenth of a price, these might well be cars you could afford soon, so it's much more important. At this moment, our two most loved front-end back drivers at around £25,000 are the Peugeot Sport 208 GTI and the Toyota GT86. For drivers there's as yet nothing from the MX-5 124th Drive or anyplace, truth be told, to better the Toyota for feasible RWD thrills, while the Peugeot tops the lesser hot incubate positions on account of its blend of punchy execution, perky great looks and fine elements. We'd anticipate that it will in any case be there or something like that even once the new Fiesta ST, Yaris GRMN and Polo GTI have touched base in the UK as well, which is the reason it's here. Numerous will have their loyalties and inclinations as of now, yet the truth of the matter is that purchasers have once in a while has it so great, the level of fitness and resolve in both these cars is quite damn noteworthy. We should clear up a few things from the begin. The shading thing is a fortuitous event, legitimate. We have the orange Peugeot on long-haul advance, approached Toyota for a GT86 and an orange edition car arrived. Ideally you can comprehend why we just took 2 or 3 pictures of them together. The second wellspring of conflict will be the particular costs. This orange edition, with discretionary, orange paint, prods the cost over £30,000, which is a considerable measure. Indeed, even with every one of the alternatives, our Peugeot is just £24,000. For contention we'll utilize cars from the classifieds to show the affordable side of this verbal confrontation, yet at the same time the cost is agreeable to the Peugeot. This 208 is £17,500, while this GT86 with a couple of more miles is £21,000. Given the Toyota is now at a noteworthy financial inconvenience in this correlation, it appears the best place to start. Luckily for the little GT86, it doesn't take long behind its new, littler width wheel to make them question why you'd ever need to spend more cash than this on a sports car. It just feels so intrinsically alright bundle for individuals who like driving. It sounds like the typical tripe, or should that be tripe? Remark from a car columnist. However, such a large amount of what such a large number of cars foul up in their association with the driver is right in the GT86. You sit low in a strong, flexible seat, catching a directing wheel that can be brought precisely the correct separation from your chest. Your hand falls where the gear knob is sighted, the pedals are immaculate and the perceivability wonderful. Between that focal tacho and new show board with liquid temps, all that you have to think about the car is directly before your eyes. You're in the mindset for driving before moving an inch. Luckily, as you'll most likely know from the past about 6 years of evangelizing, the truth more than satisfies the guarantee. The GT86 is alive, anxious and monstrously captivating, giving the driver all that they would require to have a hugely decent time on any road. It's little and light and spry, the magnificent perceivability afforded by the boxer engine meaning you can put it splendidly. That engine needs revs, however the way it reacts and the smoothness of the gearbox means the world is in your grasp to take full advantage of it. The brakes are so certainty-rousing that you will shed just the measure of speed you require and not a scribble more. The GT86 gloats the sort of properties that make it charming at whatever dedication level. For this examination, it's important that the Toyota never gives you a chance to overlook that it's back-wheel drive either. You're not going to illuminate the backs in fourth rigging on a straight piece of road, yet you can feel the push from behind you under power and energy brings the back into play as opposed to simply compelling the car into understeer. Every one of the sensations you would need from your lesser back drive sports car are unquestionably present, and right here the Toyota is in uproar. It says a considerable measure in regards to the Peugeot's quality that despite everything it feels awesome fun even in the wake of driving the GT86. It's a speedier, firmer, more focused car at first than the Toyota, a more noteworthy feeling of hostility going through it and more prominent consideration paid to inside and out execution. Straight from the 86, the GTI feels more pressing because of its super sharp controlling, more strong because of the extra torque, and a touch naughtier by straightforward actuality of its additionally fascinating commotion. Progressively the two could scarcely be more extraordinary, yet still wind up being brilliant fun. Regardless of what you may think, the Toyota is about a just front and back working in concordance to convey its firm and remunerating drive. The Peugeot is about its persistent, unwavering front end. His handover hold high as well as footing is huge as well, which means you can get back on the throttle early and drag yourself far from the peak truly rapidly. In case you're feeling more brave at that point, utilize the brakes to keep the front end bolted onto line. That thusly will remove weight from the back. The car's progress to oversteer fast, however sensible. What's more, amusing. It gives you choices, fundamentally, and is about as a long way from prescriptive front-wheel drive as it's conceivable to be. The damping is guaranteed, the brakes are solid, the gear shift is somewhat loose however sufficiently snappy. It's a puff a little pocket rocket, the Peugeot Sport 208, one that merits more noteworthy acknowledgement that it presently gets. There are key zones where the Toyota starts to edge ahead, be that as it may. It happens all the time in these tests, where the exceptionally best of one model range is united with the base of another. Consider when M3s are contrasted and 911s and AMG drop tops are pitched against junior supercars, that kind of thing. In the long run, the deficiencies of the base item start to make themselves known, as the great slower car made quick is uncovered by the reason manufactured sporty thing. The Toyota's body feels stiffer and the car more steady, therefore, while the Peugeot's skipping and hopping around at the point of confinement can be energizing, the Toyota's more formed and more certainty motivating thus. The brake feel is better, the control weights are more in a state of harmony, and there's a sentiment extraordinary mechanical strength that is truant in the Peugeot. It has a craving for something with a great deal of undiscovered potential, while the 208 doesn't feel far away its execution top. Both extremely engaging methods for making a fun car, yet additionally very extraordinary. From a simply unique point of view, at that point the Toyota needs to win it. It's the additionally fulfilling, all the more fulfilling and all the more captivating car at all dedication levels, and remains maybe more legitimate to aficionados than it ever has. Obviously it has its issues, yet in the event that you're sustained up of numb and reserved sports cars that don't wake up until you're at hazardous velocities, you should attempt a GT86. That is not the finish of the story, however. And in addition, being less expensive to purchase, the 208 transmits 50 grams per kilometer less CO2 than the GT86 and officially restores another 15 mpg2. From a purchasing point of view, it has a great deal letting it all out in this correlation, and if it's the one you go for, you won't be baffled. In the event that you can extend to 886, be that as it may, and can retain the extra running costs, at that point it's a phenomenal little car. It feels like the more costly recommendation, if that can enable you to legitimize the extra expense, and is a sports car of more prominent satisfaction than numerous that cost significantly more. So it could be viewed as something of a deal. They're two extraordinary cars, however in this skirmish of front-wheel drive against rays, the triumph must go to the last mentioned.